most of you guys know me. I'm Jamie. If not, and even if you don't know who I am, I'm going to give you a little more information than anyone needs to know. Recently, I found myself becoming a little more lactose intolerant.
Right.
I know, it's sad. Now, I've never really been a huge fan of milk. Dustin used to hate the fact that if I drank skim milk, which was only with cookies and warm brownies, but if I drank skim milk, I would put ice cubes in it to water it down, because I think milk is gross. So that hasn't been an issue at all, but I forgot all the things that milk makes, like ice cream and cheese and all the greatness. Now, luckily, cheese hasn't caused me any issues yet, because that is by far the best food ever invented.
Preach!
So, I love all cheeses. Luckily, I can eat them without any intestinal issues, but ice cream can no longer enter my system without some serious repercussions, unfortunately.
So sad.
I know, it's really sad. Everyone feels so bad for me.
Are you proud of your daughter, Lisa?
But even though I know that this is the problem, and that this is what's causing my issues, I still find myself trying it every now and then. I still think that for some reason it's gonna get better. Now, my book club meets at different places throughout the year, and in the summertime we met at Taggart's a couple times. And there was, who here loves Taggart's? Yeah, like you can't walk into Taggart's and not order ice cream. But I have to get sorbet, which is fine, but like, they only have one flavor at a time, and sometimes you just really want the ice cream that they've got going on. So this one day, Adam was there. I know, he's already laughing at me. This one day, they had this beautiful Reese's Pieces / Reese's peanut butter cups / covered in peanut butter and hot fudge sundae for $6. And I was like eyeing it and like going back and forth, like, do I want sorbet or do I want to try this? And my friend Tanya saw me eyeing it, and she has the same issues as I do. So she was like, you know that you're gonna hate yourself if you try this. You know you're gonna hate yourself. And I was like, maybe I'm fixed today. And I ordered it anyway. So it came out and it was beautiful and majestic. And it looked amazing. Like, everyone at the table was looking at it like, this looks so good. And I took maybe 4 bites before my stomach started gurgling. Like, it was getting bad quickly, and I had to already push it aside. It was, you can use your imagination as to what happened later. But the point is,
No!
yes, I told you I'm going to give you more information than you need to know.
That's the Taggart's Massacre of 18.
So the point is that I knew that this was going to happen based on my past experiences. I knew that even though it looked good, I was probably going to suffer anyway. I still trusted what I saw, this beautiful ice cream sundae, as good, and I didn't seem to care about what it was going to do to me. So with that, will you turn to Matthew 7. We're going to continue on in the passage after what Annie just read. So go to Matthew 7, 15 to 20. And it says, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. You will know them by their fruits. Are grapes gathered from thorns or figs from thistles? In the same way, every good tree bears good fruit, but bad tree bears bad fruit. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a bad tree bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Thus you will know them by their fruits. God, we thank you for the reading of your word and for what you have to say to us through it. In your name, amen. So this passage, as we talked about, is nestled within the Sermon on the Mount, something that we're going to be talking about a lot as our preaching huddle continues. And it's surrounded by passages that have to do with how we treat others. So we've got the golden rule, the narrow gate that Annie just talked about, and entering the kingdom. And if you've studied scripture at all before in the past, you may recognize an analogy that's frequently used of fruit. So we hear about fruits of the Spirit, we hear of fruits of the vine, we hear of bearing fruits. And this is because Jesus tends to talk to us in terminology that we're going to understand. So to the fishermen, he talks about fish. To the farmers, he talked about soil. In this specific case, it's fruit. It's something that everyone would understand. So verse 16 asks, are grapes gathered from thorns or figs from thistles? And I realized that I really have no idea. I'm not super fluent in the art of agriculture. So maybe these are fruit, like I was thinking like maybe there's something really spiritual and in-depth in here, like maybe these are fruits that you really have to dig around the thistles, you know, to find the thing, kind of like finding the rose among the thorns. But that is not the case at all. You probably all know this, and I did not. Grapes and figs are simply just the most widely consumed fruits in this region, in this context. So I'm guessing it'd be like if we talked about apples and oranges. It would be something that everyone understood. Like we all understand that apples come from apple trees, right? Hopefully, maybe. If not, spoiler alert, they do grow on trees. It's just simply a natural image in an agricultural society. So if fruit is what comes out, then it makes sense that in saying you will know them being the false prophets by their fruit, it makes sense that what comes out is what's inside. So the same passage of the fruit and the coming from the trees is found in Luke as well, but it ends a little differently. I'm going to read so it's, if you're taking notes, it's Luke 6:45 has the same section, and it says, "The good person out of the good treasure of their heart produces good, and the evil person out of the evil treasure produces evil. For it is out of the abundance of the heart that the mouth speaks." The abundance of the heart that the mouth speaks. Simply put, the test of their goodness is in their teaching. When we bear fruit, it's what we say and it's what we do.
Right.
Out of the abundance of the heart,
Amen.
the mouth speaks. So you may be wondering, why are these people even listening to these false prophets? Well, why do you listen to who you do? They're probably trusted individuals in the community. They were likely teachers or Pharisees or disciples. They looked good on the outside, just like my ice cream sundae. I mean, why else would anyone listen to them, right?
Right.
People tend not to listen to those who come out looking like wolves right away. They're harsh, they're off-putting. And often our defenses come up. That's why they come cloaked in sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
The warning is out there because they're cloaked, they're hidden. The warning's out there to beware of the false prophets because we can't trust everything we see. We need to listen and we need to look at the fruit. And in this tiny passage, it's just 5 verses, there's one verse that's repeated. And if you look at verses 16 and 20, it says, "You'll know them by their fruits." Now, Jesus often repeats himself, and this is usually a cue to listen up. He says this twice in these few verses, but it also bookends some other things. So we need to pay attention to what's inside of that as well. And so I'm going to give you my little version of what he says in between that. He says, good trees equal good fruit. Bad trees equal bad fruit. Good trees cannot equal bad fruit, and bad trees cannot equal good fruit. No good fruit, burn it. That's basically what it says.
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's what it says, yeah. But we need to pay attention because it's within knowing them by their fruits. Things can often look good. They can look delicious, in fact, like my sundae. We can see people on stages, we can see people in classrooms behind the pulpit, and we assume it's all good. They got it under control. But we need to listen and we need to pay attention to what they're actually producing. This passage wants us to not only be aware of false prophets, but then to turn the mirror on ourselves. It's much easier to talk about other people and their shortcomings than our own. We need to look intently at ourselves. Ask yourself each day, what have I been producing? Are we bearing good fruit or bad fruit that will ultimately get cast into the fire? Are we producing goodness, like ice cream should? Or will we make other people sick from our actions and our words?
Wow.
What kind of tree are we? Let's pray. God, we thank you that we can